Hey guys, so today I wanted to film a video on my Kindle Basic in this color Matcha. It's in its sleeve right now, and I'm also going to be talking about this sleeve. I'm not sure if I did a video on this. I probably should have checked before I started filming. But this is, if I have done a video already on my thoughts on this, oh well, I'm redoing the video right now. I've spent a lot more time with this. I bought this Kindle back in, I think March. I might have bought it in March. But if you are interested in e-readers and all things to do with that, tech stuff, please keep on watching. So, like I stated, I bought this in March, and I bought it when I was working at with my other job, and we're actually gonna get into that in my other video about my job situation. Anyway, so I did buy this from my local Best Buy, and I never bought this on sale. I actually bought it at full price. I didn't buy it though without the ads. This has the ads. And yeah, so I got this beautiful like handmade Kindle sleeve from a Etsy seller called Also Bookish. I'm pretty sure I have linked her in the past because I have done a video on my e-reader collection that was back in like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months ago. So I have mentioned her in the past. Anyway, this is my Kindle. It is in a specific Kindle case. This case is made for this, but this is kind of like a TikTok, like, how do I say it? It's a TikTok thing where you buy the Matcha Kindle and you put this pink case on it, and it's supposed to be like a strawberry matcha. That idea I really liked. This Kindle Basic only comes in two colors, and that is black and this color. When I bought it, it was $110. It was just recently on sale for Black Friday, I think for $80, which is a great price for this device. I highly recommend waiting for a sale for this one. I don't know if I would buy this at full price, just because these do go on sale. So I would definitely just keep an eye out unless you really want a Kindle right now. Anyway, so this case is kind of a magnetic case where when you open it, it lights the screen up and stuff like that. And as you can see, oh shoot, hold on, I do have ads on it, which I so badly want to take off, but I have not paid for it to get taken off, and I don't know when or if I ever will. If you look at my Kindle well, it has a decal on the front, and I got this decal also from Etsy. If you just type in Kindle decal, a whole bunch of them will pop up. So it's very simple to find one of these, but yes, it's just very sparkly and pretty, and kind of just adds a little bit of voom to the device. Now, going into the usability of this, I use this way more than I use any other e-reader. I am not sure if it's because this is so basic that it works so well because it's basic. It doesn't have so much to it, like, hey, something like the books Palma, which this is a whole nother video that I will be filming, but that one is gonna be Like, I'm gonna need more time on this because I did also just get the stylus for that. So that one I need to wait on doing a review. But I mean, I wouldn't say, because I also have the Kobo, right? I wouldn't say that there's a lot to this, because there isn't. You just download a book and just read. Like, there's nothing really in between with this. I think that you can listen to audiobooks on this. Not like, there's no speaker on this, so you would have to hook up a headset or something like that to it. I have never used that feature on this because I use my Books Palma for Audible. But I have read a lot more books on this than I have any other device, and I think that it's just the simplicity of just opening it up and just swiping, and then just having your book just right there, and then you just, you know, press. Of course, you can also get, I don't think I've ever showed this, I have a clicker, which you can also buy. I mean, I bought a pink one off of Amazon like a long time ago, and then I just decorated like the front of the case. I don't even know if I like the decoration, but yeah, you just grab this and then put it on top of the Kindle, like so, and then you just use the clicker to change the, well, hold on, you have to turn on the clicker, and you just like press, and then you see how it changed. I don't want to lose my page though, but it does definitely, when it's straightened. Okay, sometimes it's wishy-washy, especially because this case is kind of like, the flap here kind of prevents it, but it does definitely turn the page. So I like that I can just clip my clicker on and just, you know, start going if I'm sitting on a table. However, when I'm laying in bed, I do hold it. Now, I wanted to get a stand for your bed, to where you can just put the Kindle on top of it and just like read that way. But the problem with that is I lay on my sides and like on my back when I read, so I don't know how well like a stand would work for my Kindle. That's why I've just been holding it, because it's just easier for me to hold it and then turn. There's also these nasty like glue marks in the back, and it's because I did stick on at one point 2 Sunny Angels with magnets, and I had it was a whole thing, but because they were hooked up to magnets, they would always turn, and I was just like, nah. So it left this residue when I took it off, but that's totally fine. It just adds to what I did to it. So right now on this, I'm reading The Exorcist House, and we're in Christmas time, but I am definitely a thriller horror girl. I have read Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and I am suffering through Onyx Storm. I'm one of those people who isn't really a fan of that book, but because I read the first 2, I feel like I need to just hear the rest of the story. So that I am immersion reading, just to kind of help me get through it. I don't really immersion read, just because it's not really the way, I mean, I don't think it's the way anybody really grew up reading, but I usually I can read faster, right? And I know you can speed up Audible, but I don't know, it's just easier for me to just read it and then stop when I need to stop. Anyway, I did also change the font to my e-reader. Now, what you can do is download like free fonts online. You do need a computer for it. I know you can hook up your tablet and try to do it that way. I don't know how to do that, but I just hooked my laptop up, imported the fonts that I liked, and then yeah, I found it on here after I imported it and set it to that, and it was it. I also did just do it recently to my Kobo, and I'm gonna show you guys that because in my other video I didn't show you guys. But I did, like, if the book would open for me, the font on this one too. Yeah, this is the font, which I like this one. I do like this font. So I just imported it as well. This one does take a different format, I think, than the Kindle. The Kindle took, I don't know, was it OTC? I don't know. It was a different format. This one takes TT something, I think. And yeah, so you kind of have to make sure you got the right one to import it in, but it's as simple as just dragging it into the fonts folder and like ejecting it, and then it's on here. So I did that last night. And yeah, my thoughts on the Kindle, I recommend this one a lot. Like, I think if you're just trying to read books and you're not like heavily trying to do the most, like, I think with buying something like the books, you're doing a lot, and I recommend this. I do recommend this. Okay, I won't go too far, but I do recommend the books. However, if you're just looking for a seamless, carefree, you don't care so much about like extra stuff, the Kindle does everything perfect. I know a lot of people have issues with Amazon and how they regulate their books on like you don't own the rights to it and blah blah blah. I'm not a huge, like, I don't know, I just read the book. I pay for Kindle Unlimited and Kobo Plus. I pay for quite a bit of subscriptions to read. I pay for Viz Manga and Shonen Jump. So I pay a lot of subscriptions, so I already am used to not owning the book already. But I could kind of see how people who do spend their money on it would not like that they don't own it. But if you don't care about all that, about the, I don't even want to say the political side, but like the you know what I mean, then this is definitely for you. I highly recommend the matcha color. I think it is gorgeous. I mean, of course, if they had came out with a white or a baby pink, I probably would have went with that just because it would go nicer with my aesthetic. But I think the matcha color is absolutely worth it. And hey, if you're at it, I mean, pick up this pink case because this is definitely a strawberry matcha like theme. It's so pretty. That's another reason why I love this one. I just throw this like right on the side of my couch, and whenever I'm laying down and I don't want to scroll on my phone, this is what I pull out. So yeah, I've gotten through quite a bit of books on this one. So yeah, that's all I have to talk about with the Kindle Basic in Matcha, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.